So thank you for doing this. Good to see you. Whereabouts are you today?
I am in Los Angeles, United States.
Yeah, and how are things in LA?
Oh, they're good. Good weather. California weather is beautiful. I think that's why a lot of people move out here.
I believe it is. Yeah.
But I like cold weather though. I like
well, you'd like
coat.
it here. It's winter in New Zealand, so it doesn't get that cold, but it's chilly.
Okay, so you get snowburn instead of sunburn, right?
Well, fortunately, no snow in Auckland. It snows further down south, but
okay.
not here. It gets, if you get a frost, that's about as bad as it gets.
Oh, okay.
So
you can still wear a coat. I like that.
Oh, definitely wear a coat. Yeah, I have a winter coat. So anyway, you have an album out called Cup of Joe, obviously a reference to some coffee drinking. So tell me about your relationship with the coffee first, and then we'll talk about your guitar playing and the record.
Well, my coffee shrine is in the other room.
Okay.
No, I love coffee, but I think my name is Joe, so I thought it was a good play on words.
There
and
you go.
I think I did write that song on maybe many cups of Joe.
Okay.
So I guess it would be a barrel of Joe. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Yes. And so the
Go
album
on.
itself, when did this kind of come together? Were these tracks all recorded as a whole, or were they kind of over a space of time?
It's been in the works for a while, these songs, because I do have I guess you would call it my boneyard of songs, where it's just I have songs in drawers and songs everywhere, and I like to constantly be writing.
Right.
So when this record came together, I thought of the songs around maybe that time period when I wrote them, and there's some new songs on there, and there's some older ones. But I think they all mesh together really nicely on the record, to where it kind of has a whole in a way, instead of like a lot of crazy stuff on it. It's kind of little. Everybody's on the same road there, on the same path.
Gotcha.
Actually. Yeah.
Right. And where did you record?
I recorded out here in Los Angeles, in North Hollywood, and then also in my studio. I have my own little small studio, so I do a lot of guitar tracks there. So when I do sessions, I don't have to leave. I can play in my underwear, which I like.
There's a good time.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, you don't want to visualize that. Okay.
No, that's fine. Do you have other people playing with you, or are you doing everything?
No, I do. I do. I have a drummer, Marty, who's a great guy out here,
right.
And Alfredo Rubalcaba, bass player. He's an older guy. Well, I shouldn't say older, but he might get upset. But he's
older than you, right?
He's got a really that old school feel, which I really like on bass.
Right.
And then the keyboard players, I got like Ed Roth, who's a really cool cat out here, and so I played a lot of the instruments myself at first when I did the demos.
Right.
It's a lot cheaper, and I can fire myself and hire myself a lot quicker. And so then I get an idea, then I send the stuff out to them, and then they'll either play on it or else I'll just keep my own part on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Notice that the album starts out with an 8-minute track called Medicine Man.
Yeah, the record company made me cut it short.
Oh, but what was it originally?
No, it's I actually when we were mixing the song down, I kind of I like the feel and the space through the whole tune. I didn't want to cut it down because the guys that played on it, they had a lot to say. So it was like the old days where hit record and let's see where it goes. And that's the reason why that one came out. I mean, the length of that. But if you can tell, there's like a percussion groove and towards the end, which in fact it fit perfect because the song is called Medicine Man. Right. So I thought maybe like a tribal medicine type of feel.
Cool.
So that's the reason that one was long.
Was it pretty much live in the studio kind of thing?
No. Well, let me see. that one was in sections. I did a lot of the stuff at first myself, then had the guys come in and just play their parts on top of it.
Right.
But the idea, the concept was there, and luckily I'm surrounded by some really nice guys and great players that when I just trust them. When they want to do their thing, I just hit record and say, okay, and it's done.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool. And that's followed by what seems to be kind of the focus track, a Mojo love song.
Yeah, that one was Mojo love song. That one just came out like, sometimes I don't know if you're a songwriter or not, but sometimes songs just in 5-10 minutes they're done.
Right.
And I mean the concept is done, the song is done, and you say, wow, okay. And then I throw a guitar solo on it, and it's like the first take, and I say, okay, it's done. And then I shelf it.
Right.
Because you get excited.
What draws you to take it off the shelf eventually?
I'll start listening to some songs. I'll go in the studio and start pulling some tracks out and playing them, and I'll say, oh, I dig this tune. And it's that song's been around for a while, but I just finally decided, I'm going to push it out there. It's a cool tune, and before, because I'll do some songwriting, then all of a sudden I'll get distracted and I'll start writing other stuff.
Right.
And then I'll just kind of like I said, put it in the back burner and then come back to it. And so I'm going to try not to do that in the future. Then that way I come out with at least 10 albums a year.
Right. Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah.
Now you mentioned that you kind of feel that there's a kind of common musical thread through these things, but there is one that kind of stood out to me called "I Hear You Say," which is almost like a metal sounding,
Yeah. Well, that one was inspired. I walked into my studio and my Marshall amplifier was staring at me. And
there you go.
Do not ignore me. And so I plugged it in. But that one has a real cool backstory. That one, I years back, I went to go see this group called King's X.
Right.
And I'm
sure
it's a rock band. Yeah. And they just inspired me when I saw them. And I went home the following day, I recorded the riff and then pretty much the whole song. And then I had to go. And then, but the crazy part about it was like in 2 days, I had to go out to where was I going? Oh, I went to China I was on tour.
Right.
So I kind of did that and I shelved it, and I totally forgot about that song. And then when I came back again, I started just kind of like sipping through the old oldies, on the hard drive. And I heard it and I go, oh my gosh, this thing rocks. And I said, what? I go, what the heck? I mean, people can only, if they don't like it, they can skip over this on a CD, but it's got a good rock and groove. It's not, I don't think it's metal, but it's got that kind of leans a little towards a real edgy rock, which
right. Yeah.
is cool. Yeah. So.
Speaking of metal, now in my research, I see that you at one point played with Rudy Sarzo. Is that right?
Well, I did a recording session, and Rudy Sarzo was producing it. It was
okay.
For this Argentine client. Yeah, so that was another fun session. It was like you went in, and it was a crazy session. Well, if you have time for this,
sure.
We were doing the song for this artist, and he goes, can you play because we wanted to get like this right guitar track that went on the song, and he wanted me to play play like if you just learn how to play. And that's the first time someone asked me that. I go, okay. And so I tried, And he goes, no, we're not locking it in yet. And then all of a sudden he goes, play it left-handed. I go, but I'm not a left-handed player. He goes, play it that way. So I said, okay. And I struggled through it. And he goes, that's it. I go, well, okay.
If you say so.
You say so, okay. But that was a fun session. But that's that with him. That's I didn't tour with him. I just recorded that when he was producing that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I did a long time ago. Rudy used to be in Ozzy Osbourne's band.
Yes.
With Randy Rhoads, and I did a TV show with them once. And Rudy was dressed in red, like latex, plastic, and he was pounding his bass like this. It was amazing.
Ozzy Osbourne. You know what? I submitted a tape to Ozzy Osbourne way back on the day, and I still have the letter that I got from him saying thank you for putting all your work and effort into it, but we found somebody, blah 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 blah. Right. I said, yeah, I'm gonna frame this denial.
Yeah. You might have dodged a bullet there. His some shaky reputations of dealing some of their old musicians in the past. So ask Rudy about it.
Okay, but it's a biz out there. Yeah, because I was playing around that time. I was playing with some metal bands too, doing the whole the whole Sunset Circuit.
Right.
There's Artie's, the Roxy, to Troubadour.
Right.
It was so, and I had my tight, not leather red pants, but my tight pants. They're band days,
All right. Another song track I wanted to touch on was the one with the vocal. What was it called? El Poeta? Is it?
Oh, El Poeta. El Poeta, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a love thing, baby.
Yeah, that one, the one that starts out very white.
That's right.
That's actually my voice. But I went through a like an auto tuner thing, and it dropped the tuning, so my voice sounded like very white. Yeah. Yeah. I don't speak that low.
But it's a pretty funky track.
Oh, I dig it. That one. That's always been kind of my favorite in some odd way for some reason. Right. It almost has like because it has a percussion on there and the groove, and it reminds me almost like oh gosh, what's his name? Oh, my brain's going now. We'll have to come back to this one.
Okay.
But it's oh gosh, once I say his name, you know it. He was big in the late 60s, 70s.
Isaac Hayes?
Isaac Hayes. No, not Isaac Hayes. No, not Isaac Hayes. He played guitar and sang.
Johnny Guitar Watson.
No.
I'm just guessing.
Okay. Midler, no. Oh gosh. Oh well, I'll have to come back to that. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. That's cool.
It was that wah-wah pedal funky type of stuff that was going on back then.
Right.
On the edge of your side.
Very cool.
That kind of reminds me of that.
Right. And so the album's been out for a little bit now. Are you doing any shows? What have you been doing to?
Yeah, I've been doing some small shows here and there, and I'm trying to push the music as much as possible, and also doing a lot of like solo stuff too, just which I can't really play the whole track, the records, because I can't do it on one guitar.
Right.
And so, but we're doing a lot of radio spots. We're doing. We're trying to reach out a lot to the UK and across the pond where you guys are at too. It's for some reason I seem it's accepted a little more, or just accepted more out there.
Right.
Whereas out here in my neck of the woods, it's so many musicians out here, and once one style comes about, everybody wants to jump on that bandwagon. And well, I just consider myself a songwriter, guitarist, songwriter, and I'm gonna just push up. And if I can get one or two people to listen to my songs, then my mission is complete.
Gotcha. And speaking of being a guitar player, when you're not performing or recording, do you spend much time with your guitar? Always at your side.
Always, you know. No, I have it. It's everywhere. In my house, I have guitars in every room, just about, except the you would call it the toilet out there. You know,
We'd call it the loo.
Oh, the loo. Okay.
Or the toilet.
I remember being in the UK. They yelled at me. It's not the bathroom. It's the toilet.
That's true. That's true. There is a difference. I had to get used to. That was one of the major. When I moved here from the States, I had to get used to saying toilet.
Right. So you come out here in the States and say that, and they look at you like, "Oh, how rude."
Exactly.
Okay. No, but I have that all over the place. My guitars. I can just reach for one at any time, and I try to put them all over places too. Like, you know, if I'll go visit family, I used to try to keep one over there.
Yep.
It's so you never know when these ideas are going to pop in, or usually my restless fingers don't want to stop moving. So it's got to have something to do, or play the piano, or bang on some drums, or something like that.
Right. So you're thinking about the next project, or you still?
Yeah. No, you mentioned that. Last night I was going through some books, and I'll write down some ideas, write down some songs. And I started thinking of, what's the concept I'm going to do here? And I have like recorders all over my place too. Like, so when I'll get behind the piano, I hit the record, because I'll write a song on that, or I have in one of my other rooms, I'll have another recorder, or I'll have the phone. So like I have to gather all the material that I'll forget what I recorded on certain things. I have to sit there and spend time like, what is this? Oh, I like that. That's a song. And so I'll do that. And so I'm getting all the songs together for the new record, and
cool.
Which I'm excited. And but I have enough material for a handful of records, but I want to get them. You know, the songs need to be kind of completed, I should say.
Gotcha. Yeah. And do you do much session work?
Yeah. I pretty much stay busy with that a lot. Which that's one reason why I have a studio at home. I'll do all my guitar tracks from here. I'll do a record from here, and or and I'll go to a few studios, but it's not in the works anymore that much.
Is it COVID related?
Yeah, that would be it. Because I was a like house session player at one studio in North Hollywood for a while, and I just spent all the time there. Right. So clients would come in, and I just because on a story with that one, what is it? El Poeta on that one, that has a lot of cool stories to it. That one, the guitar solo, I was doing a session for this client, and I was just between clients, I said, I put that track on, and I told the guy, hey man, let me just try to goof around real quick, guitar solo. And he goes, yeah, sure. And we did it. And nowadays, Dick, you can just go digital. Just you don't have to line up the 2-inch tape. And so I played it, and I did that whole. I just hit it from the start, and let me play all the way through, and then I'll get to the next client. So I just played it, and that's that, and there was that solo, and there was everything that was in there. That's double guitar part. And then I remember the client coming in, she says, "Oh, that's pretty cool. It sounds almost like 70s rock." Like, it was a youngster, and I go, "Okay, that's cool." And so the solo was recorded, and I had it like on the disc, and on my hard drive. I go home and I put it on. I go, "Wow, that's cool. I'm keeping that." If there's any mistakes in it or anything, I don't care. Right. It was old school, just play and get to the end.
There you
go. So that was excited about that song. So that was even more of a give me another check mark on that one for that one.
Gotcha. And do you have any? I love talking to session guys. Do you have any sessions that stand out above all the other ones that is memorable for you? That you just kind of walk.
Oh, they're all fine. They're all fine. I just in fact, I just got an email earlier from one of the other clients that just sign off, hire,
yep.
work for hire.
Okay. Right.
I don't have any copyrights of this, but hopefully she has a lot of good people on there on her Spotify and stuff like that. So, but all my sessions that I like, because I'll do a session that would be even a dance track, Brazilian song,
Right.
rock song, Spanish song. So I get to play all that stuff, which I really enjoy because it's just playing guitar, and I get to experience all those cool grooves and different tones.
Cool.
So yeah, and plus make a little bit of money.
That's always a plus. Yeah, these days, any way you can make money out of music is a plus.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Well, great. Well, thanks for talking to me. I really appreciate it.
No.
Can't wait to see the next record. Sounds like you got a few plans, so that's always a
All
good
right.
thing.
Sure. It was a pleasure to meet you, Marty.
You too. See you
Okay,
later.
take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.